order. I am back in this chair, but I'm just sitting in for Wes. Don't expect it to continue to happen. Also, we need to determine a quorum today. And as I look around the room, we need to excuse our Chairman Wes Porter, and we need to excuse Jessica. And do I have a motion?
That we do.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We come to the adoption of our agenda, and I will entertain a motion to adopt our agenda today. Your agenda is in front of you.
So moved again.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, brings us to our minutes. Dean Tackney?
The meeting, the July board meeting, minutes are in your packet. Need a motion to approve?
Motion. Oh, second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right. Next thing on our agenda is nominations committee, the election of officers for this fiscal year. And I ask a member of that committee, Mr. Rivenbark, if you will.
Thank you, Bill. The officers that are presently serving have done such an exemplary job that we're keeping the gang together. So with that said, President would be Wes Porter, who I'm offering it up. Vice President Bill Norris, Secretary Dean Hackney, and the Treasurer, Ms. Jennifer Adams. I've moved the slate of officers.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, and I thank you again for those officers for serving for another year. We come to our public comments time, and
Yes, sir.
Ms. Pope? We do not have any public comment. All right, that moves us to our consent agenda. We currently have 9 items on our consent agenda. And I will entertain a motion to either move that agenda, or if we need to pull something, please let me know.
I'll move it.
Do we have a second? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, that brings us to new business and our administrative reports. And Ms. Miles, do you have an attorney's report?
I do not have anything today.
All right, and Ms. Waldrop, our executive director's report.
We bring to you the key indicators report, the environmental report, and the safety report. And staff stands ready to answer any questions.
Mr. Chair, it's more of a comment. It just is on page 68 of the key indicator reports. It's kind of interesting. Just want to say it out loud so we can keep our eye on it. It's the it has to do with something that's pretty mundane, new meter installation, but it is the lowest in the past 12 months that we've seen. And I think it's too early to say it's a trend at all, but it's pretty interesting because it seems to fly in the face of what we hear on the paper in the news every day about the incredible amount of building, et cetera, that's going on here. So it may just be an anomaly or a blip, unless there's something more, Ken, that you can add to it as to why it is.
Not at this point, Christie.
Well, I'm not really aware of any changes. It may just be just kind of more of the anomaly in the fact that the building is at a point that they're not needing the meter yet, or, you know, they've been higher the month before. But we haven't really seen anything slowing down in customer service with regards to any of the other services that we provide. So.
Great. All right. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Mr. Scott.
Yes, I do want to add one other item. Thank you. I want to make the board aware that this weekend, the Senate passed its version of the infrastructure spending bill. That bill promises to spend as much as $550 billion on infrastructure over the next 5 years, including $48.4 billion focused on drinking water and wastewater programs at EPA. Of interest to us, beyond the normal funding streams that provides, there's a total of $10 billion to help drinking water and wastewater systems address emerging contaminants like PFAS. And that includes within it $4 billion through the Drinking Water State Revolving Fund SRF program that would be awarded as grants or as program forgiveness loans. That would begin over a 5-year period with $800 million available in FY22. So as staff, we're watching this very closely, and we're working with a newly formed coalition of utilities that are directly impacted by PFAS in North Carolina, seeking to influence at the federal level the distribution formula to ensure North Carolina gets its fair share as one of the most impacted states in North Carolina, or in the United States. And then at the state level, we want to work with the Division of Infrastructure to make sure that funding is fairly distributed to the lower Cape Fear, which is one of the most impacted regions within the state. So we'll keep the executive committee aware of our activities at both the state and federal level. Any questions?
Ken, excuse me, Mr. Chair, question here. I know it's, again, preliminary, and we don't even know the rules surrounding this, let alone the distribution. But is there the potential that some of this could be used to help with the $46 million of our GAC system to reimburse us?
That's our intended outcome. And we would like to work with this coalition of utilities to try to influence the funding formula to ensure that's one of the options, both at the federal level and the state level.
Great. Thanks.
Any other questions? I think it's really good news that these funds have been set aside, and hopefully we can get a piece of it. All right. Anything else?
Nothing else, sir.
Thank you very much for that report, and we'll move on to our committee reports. The executive committee met on August 4th, and those minutes are in the packet. If there's no questions, we will move on to long-range planning committee. Larry?
Yes, the minutes from our last meeting are in the packet, and we have nothing to bring before the board today.
All right. Thank you, and move on to finance committee, Ms. Adams.
So the finance committee meeting minutes from our August 4th, last week's meeting, are also in the packet. I'll make a note that there's a comment about the disconnect policy restarting in September, that's included in there also for your review. And then the monthly financials packet is also, if anyone has any questions.
All right, John?
Good morning. That's the button. There it goes. So just very briefly, this is just a look at our activity for the entire year. These numbers have changed slightly since these numbers were run that are included in the packet here. But our fund balance number, you can see it's a healthy number. I don't think this has a pointer. Yeah, it does. Right here. So remember, our target is that $50 million number. This has actually gone down just slightly to just under $61 million. And this number right here has gone down. This is our operating surplus. This is for the full fiscal year, all of FY21. This is just under $1 million, or maybe right over $1 million. We've carved out a couple of things out of that number to arrive at our, our surplus that we will be reporting to you after the audit happens. That'll be in November. But that adjusted surplus number, so we're backing out a couple of things. Carry forwards there was some open purchase orders that were opened in FY21. Those goods and services weren't delivered. They'll be delivered in FY22, so we carry that budget forward. That's authorized in the budget ordinance for FY22. We're also backing out of that number an amount to pay off the 2011 bonds. Those have been paid off. That happened August 1st. And that is around $800,000. Those carry forwards around a little over $100,000. So backing out those two things, we're going to have a surplus of probably a couple $100,000. So that's pretty close, and that's the closest that we've come in my tenure here. And again, our goal is to break even each and every year, and that means that we're charging ratepayers pretty close to exactly what it cost us to run the system for the year. So pretty good achievement there. So just wanted to fill you in on that. We have in policy some uses that we can apply that surplus to. It's such a small amount that I'm just going to recommend that it just stay in this undesignated fund balance number here. So are there any questions?
No, great job, John, for you and your team.
Thank you.
All right, anything else, Ms. Adams?
No, that's it, thank you.
All right, Sustainability Committee, I know Dr. Cannon's not here to report.
Yeah, we did not meet this month, so there's nothing to report.
Okay, all right. So, well, that brings us to closing comments. It's only 12 minutes. Anybody want to talk for a little while?
Make it look good.
I told Charlie 9:30 this morning, so, but I really don't have any other closing comments.
It's obviously due to our new leadership. We're so,
Yes.
We do not have a closed session today, so I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
So move.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right.
Have
Have a good day.